Welcome in. We are going to deep dive and dissect what is going on under the surface in your current experience. This first card I am going to pull is going to represent the overall pattern of this reading, and then I will pull another at the end. Okay. Take a deep breath. Ace of Pentacles. I want you to see this picture. Look at them. There's a whole tree growing and rooting. It's a tree, it's rooting below the surface. The whole tree. Isn't that? There's so much growth. This is structure, growth. Sustainability. There's fruits in the trees. So under the surface, this is what's happening even if you can't see it yet. Just know that every step that you're taking is part of that. And I wanted to share something with you. I saw a video and a really young adult was saying, when you get into the higher frequencies, it's like you start to separate yourself or you start to feel disconnected. You find that relationships are burdens. So first off, this is paradoxing. And remember, the highest frequency is love and gratitude and communion. It isn't emptiness and feeling like your relationships are burdens. But there is a gap in the next level of becoming, because what's happening is space is being created. Because this young adult doesn't feel like interacting with lower frequencies, it's pulling itself out of those lower frequencies and it's getting ready to step into the higher frequencies of love, communion, oneness, right? That's when you know you're in the higher frequencies, when you're not judging anymore, when you're not wishing you were here or there. Because that's paradoxing. That's still rejection. That's still resistance, right? And when the mind is still in conflict, when it's wishing it wasn't or wishing it was, that is still conflict. That's still low frequency. So higher frequencies is oneness. You're no longer thinking about what other people are doing. You're just excited to witness what they're doing. You're basking in the joy and glory of the dance, and you understand the wisdomical king or queen that you are is just glorified in this beautiful opportunity to again witness the individuals around you, even the ones that you would have perceived to be at a lower frequency are no longer being perceived in that way, because you're seeing the glory in the process. You're seeing how what they're doing is translating and where they're going, because you've done it. So remember, growth is happening no matter what. But the second you step into resistance, the second you decide that something's not working anymore, that is just a signal letting you know that you're stepping on a new timeline. Everything in that old timeline served you, and we want to honor it and be grateful for it no matter what. Maybe we don't need those anymore. Maybe those relationships are in completion, but it doesn't mean that they're a burden. I would never want somebody to think that I was a burden, and so I would never project that onto somebody else. So be very careful what you think about people. If you wish somebody wasn't there, is that something you would like somebody to wish you weren't there? I mean, my brain just can't fathom that. It's important for us to love each other unconditionally. And just realize that when you don't want to be around somebody, it's just there's a completion. That's all. We don't have to give it an excuse or a reason or define it. We can just be like, I just actually don't feel like hanging out with you anymore. I think that our lesson and whatever we had to experience together is done. The contract is over. That's all. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. I release you. Right? I was like some guy, he started running a prison and he took every prisoner's name, and he said, I love you, I forgive you, I release you. I love you, I forgive you. He did that with the H name. And the frequency of the entire prison rose. Prisoners started behaving through love instead of hate. And so it was just a very highly documented experience that you could look it up. I would highly recommend that you look it up. It's a very fascinating story, but energy is real, and we are constantly creating energy balls of thought, and we're projecting them out to somewhere, right? Whatever, if you're having a negative thought about a person, here's an energy ball. That's what you're sending out. So guarantee that's what's coming back. As within, so without, as above, so below. There is no separation in energy. What you give, you receive. So we don't want to end up in the paradox. The paradox is duality. Is or isn't, up or down, left or right, in and out, yes or no, good or bad. Like that is paradox. So once you step out of that, you will know. And in fact, that'll be the biggest breakthrough you've ever had in your whole entire life. Okay, so we're going to look at what karma you're releasing so that we can get you grounded in the now and the reality. My purpose here is for those of you who don't know me, I'm Bobby. I'm a psychic medium, twin flame facilitator, and biggest and most especially a Reiki practitioner specializing in how energy works. And it's important for us to understand the difference between fantasy and reality. We want those two to merge, but most of us are vibrating at the frequency of fantasy. And so we're never actually pulling in seamless energy. Like it never makes sense, but it's all happening in our favor, but we don't know what we've created here. So my goal is to bring you back into your body, back to yourself, and into reality so you can intentionally create in your life without paradoxing. Okay, so understand soulmate lessons. Soulmates come to teach you. And here it is. It just came out of the deck. Do you see that? It just came out of the deck. So right now, that's the lesson that you're learning. People come and go like crazy. Shoot, I'm 49 years old. And there are so many people that came into my life and impacted me so profoundly and then just disappeared. And I was like, okay. And it was so seamless. I was never, I'm a Pisces, so detachment is my highest gift. Understanding the intricacies of universal flow. And so I just and I watched it happen in everybody's life around me, only they just didn't understand as well as I didn't really understand at that time, but I also wasn't attached. I was so grateful. Like all the relationships I ever had, I was just like, thank you, honored. Thank you for helping me through whatever it was I worked through, Embrace the lessons they bring, even if they're hard to swallow, right? And again, we have to pull you out of that container in order to see inside of it. It's after you've had the experience where all of the mind miracles come in. You have all the revelations. You know and can see why you guys were in there. A lot of times you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that's over. But when you were in it, you were like trying to make it work, trying to make it make sense because of your attachment to it and your need to please and your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Your empathetic nervous system was empathizing with the other person, and you weren't really feeling your own feelings. You were mostly feeling theirs, and then they were feeling yours, and then there was all this entanglement. But if you guys stay sovereign in your relationship, that means I do what I do because it's the right thing to do for me. That's all. This person then starts to do what they do because it's the right thing for them. And then you will be able to see clearly whether that relationship is supposed to be merged or completed. We evade all time and space. You can stay there for a year or 10 years. How much life do you want to give? How much life do you want to give to that? Right? How much time? You could work on that painting for the rest of your life and never fully finish it, or you can burn it to the ground and start a new one, and it will be better. It'll always be better, and you may actually finish it because it'll bring you joy. If that makes sense. Okay. Unblock the flow. So when your energy is stuck, nothing moves. Start small, clean a space, cry it out, speak a truth. Movement is medicine. Even taking a deep breath is medicine. Just breathing. That's where I started. I just started breathing. Oh, I started sitting up like straight. I started really tiny. Like if you haven't been moving, if you are experiencing some sort of depression or anxiety or fear or clinging to comfort. First off, you don't grow in comfort, just so you know. But remember, we're all in this together. And asking for support out loud. Like you could ask for support out loud in your house when nobody's home. And you'll get it. Remember, it's an energy ball. You're like, I need support. But when it comes, be ready to say yes to it. Be ready to show up for it. We often don't ask for support because we're afraid to be accountable. So, right? Like if I ask Bob to help me do something, then we're going to have to do it. I'm going to have to like do it on his time and then do it his way, maybe, right? So it's just all these expectations. So if you ask for support, you're going to get it. And it's going to be uncomfortable at first. But only for a minute. Only for a minute. Okay, one more card out of here. Restore mind, body, spirit. So true healing happens when you align mind, body, and spirit. Reconnect to your essence. These are great cards. So first off, you're clearing out old relationships. Spirit is asking you whatever relationship you're currently connected to, allow that to clear out as it does. It's okay. Soulmates come to teach us something, but when that lesson is over and we stay in it for too long, conflict can come in, right? And then we start doing what we're doing for them, right? What happens when you stop doing anything for them? Do they come forward, or does the energy complete itself? That's a great way to see if a relationship is substantial. Are you holding up the energy? Are you reaching out all the time? Are you making the plans? Are they doing it for you? And you just going with the flow because you don't have anything else to do or there's nobody else available, right? So these are not serving your highest potential. One thing about human psychology is we want to live to the highest version of ourselves. We want to be the highest version of ourselves. And you're unblocking the flow by doing that, but Spirit's also asking movement. So like I said, you could just sit up and, like if you're laying in your bed all day, sit up instead of lay down. And just sit up for as long as you want to, lay down and then sit up again and lay down and sit up again. Just baby steps. It's like if you go to the gym and you work out, go for 10 minutes and go home. Next time, go for a little bit longer. Don't do anything too impactful. You're like a time bomb, so you can get triggered really easily. If you're in the runner chaser, let's see what you are in. Where are you on this twin flame path? I know that there's stuff growing here. Fruits are coming forward. You might have success in your career at the moment. Okay, yeah. So the chosen one, fast track to ascension. So you are ascending. You can be feeling all kinds of feelings in this ascension process. Remember, ascension is like raising frequencies, and that's probably why we talked about the paradox. We want to make sure we're not rejecting anything. And again, if relationships aren't resonating anymore, it's not because they're lower frequency. It's because you're evolving, they're evolving. When you disappear out of their experience, they're also going to grow, just so you know. By thinking they're not growing, that's another energy bomb. Everybody's growing in their own way. I don't care if you're a garbage man or the president of the United States. You are just as important no matter what position you stand in. Don't get it twisted, sister, brother. Okay, we're going to look at your career. Okay, so you're feeling stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. Okay, that sounds to me like you might be in a relationship and you're keeping the one you have now until something better comes along. We only do that with jobs, not relationships. Not relationships. You are on a fast track of ascension. That means cut the cords. You've got something big trying to freaking hammer its way in, and you're probably feeling the pangs of it. Are you feeling like you're late? Are you feeling like you're waiting longer? Are you watching time move? That's all signs that you're holding yourself back. Those are all signs that you are holding yourself back. Okay, let's look at the higher frequency. Okay, prickly situation, spiritual work. So you still got work to do. And the only way to get that work, first off, I would highly recommend a shadow work session. Schedule a Reiki session. I have a link in the bio if you want to work with me personally. But we can break those barriers, bust through those walls to see what's going on. You need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. That's what I'm saying. You're the chosen one. You got something big coming in here. Something's under the surface. Something is trying to reveal itself. Okay? Spiritual work. So doing some inner work can help you get clear before you move on. You will get insights into what work will best serve your needs. So it's all coming. The career is coming. The relationship is coming. I know you might have heard that, but are you executing and taking action? And we did talk at the beginning about paradox. Where are you paradoxing? Where are you paradoxing? Relationships, unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people. So that's the overall pattern of this reading. You, though, as an individual, the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, infrastructure. The fruits of your labor are growing. Okay, so you're in an experience. You're having this, what you consider a negative, toxic experience, right? It only becomes toxic when we've outstayed our welcome, when we've overstayed our welcome. But it doesn't mean that you're not building something substantial. Just because you eliminate all of this, something bigger is coming through the door. Something bigger is trying to break down your barriers, your walls. Okay, let's look and see if there's surrender to the magic of who you are. So your only block, that is literally it, is relationships. This could be with your mom, your dad, your siblings. This could be an intimate partnership. Whatever relationship that is predominantly on your mind right now is the relationship in question. If it is a mom or a dad or a sibling or a family member, forgive them. Forgive them right now. Just do it. As soon as you forgive them, the forgiveness will come. Like, as soon as you commit to forgiving them, you will start to feel the forgiveness. It will make sense. You will understand why you committed to forgiving, because that is sucking the life out of you. It's like, let's say you are an alcoholic or addicted to something and you have to go into a center and your entire family is against you. They're just like, oh my God, blah, blah. You know, they're just sending those negative energy and you're just weighed down by the energy. Well, at some point, and this was me, I couldn't tap into that energy. It was just such low frequency. I had to go find new land. I couldn't get out of the construct that my family had trapped me in. Like, they had defined me and labeled me and decided I was a certain way. And I was like, I can't. I love you. I forgive you, but I've got to go find new land. This is not the way. So remember that it's okay to separate yourself for a time. It doesn't mean forever. It just means I need to take some time for me. My Know Thyself journey would be a great opportunity for you. If you want to check that out, there's a link in my bio. I'm going to pull one more card, but if this video resonates, subscribe, like it, and send it to a friend. Really, send it to a friend, somebody that's in need. Maybe the friend is, the person you're connected to here. Maybe if we raise their frequency, your frequency raises too. Okay, last card, frequency, coherence. Good. That means this resonated. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. Thank you for being so receptive. And again, we're in this together. We're a team. You aren't meant to walk these sacred fires by yourself. Your tribe is here, and they may not be physically tangible, but we are definitely in your spirit realm. So be on the lookout for miracles. Mwah. I love you guys.